Liberians have major role to play. We have a serious role to play. This is not on the shoulder of the president alone. He carries a greater burden, but that's why, especially for those appointed positions, you are there to support. You are there to support the president. He can't do it alone, but he has entrusted you to work along with him so that we can make this place comfortable for everyone, not for a special group of people. So I was actually talking with a colleague of mine, one of the lawmakers, who is very strong in the fight. And I was joking with him. I said, so tell me, what do you want to, so you can drop this whole fight at the legislature, at the lower house? And he laughed. He said, let me just be frank with you. I am into this fight. I'm not saying for or against. I said because some of you now can start texting me. I didn't say for or against. I said fight, right? So you don't kind drag me in your whole thing. But above all else, Liberia. Our biggest party is Liberia. Our biggest party is Liberia, and our goal is to make Liberia better. I will read you in this intro. I will read you messages coming from yes, I will read you messages coming from a friend of mine who is lying in JFK. I'm not going to call his name. Yes, I'm going to read. I'm trying to lay my hands on it. And a friend says, where I am currently sleeping at the JFK, I've been placed to a remote room. I'm even getting sick from mosquito bites. And he said he has been seized because he doesn't have money. He's there at the JFK. And he said no CT scan machine at JFK, so you will be asked to go at Jamali Hospital to um to do, and Jamali is very expensive. If you don't have, just leave your own with God. Someone who is at the JFK sends in this message. He said the staff, I believe everything, because people will, we have already, we already doing our investigation. I'm just reading the messages like we can do to on the news, we can do to, so these are pieces of information or messages that he sent to me. The staffs are overly charging, just charging the patients. And some patients are here no treatment because they don't have money at all for certain surgery. The hospitals bill too high and other problems. He actually been saying this a bit like I'm not really paying attention. He said, please, your check on JFK to help. It's not easy here, Magdalene. Well, that's it. All right, Liberia. You gotta be careful.
It's okay.
Yesterday, we lost our fellow compatriots because of carelessness. I'll put it that way. Careless driving, and it was so terrible in the Battlefield area. And reports yesterday, Ishmael Willie, according to Ishmael Willie, who went there on the scene after 30 minutes, still ambulance had not reached there at the time.
Wow.
People's hands got broken. People died instantly. Some others were taken at the health centers. Because this young men have always raised the issue of trucks that are overly speeding. They don't observe their speed limits. They overtake kekes, they overtake motorbikes, and they have minors, meaning small children driving trucks. People who, some of them don't even have family, they don't even have kids. Very irresponsible. Not trained to operate those heavy duty machines. But Liberia will only get better when we talk it, when we put it on paper, we do it. You know what it means to craft a policy document, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, for example, let me go back to the CPP, right?
Yeah.
Now, Cooper, how you doing?
I'm okay.
It's good to have you on. And where is Edwin Keto?
He's coming.
Okay, Edwin Keto? Yeah, you please allow Edwin Keto come in so we can have this discussion together. And anyway, good afternoon again. It's good to be back on State of the Nation. My name is Magdalene Saah, and Josh, Saah, how you doing? You know who is Josh? Yes, George. How you doing?
And for fun fact, once I see the paper, I don't see his squares belt.
What is suspender? Oh, he likes the suspender, and he be like, well, they can call him the kissy cover boy. So yeah, so it's good to be back, and
it's good sitting in your seat.
We see. Okay. All right. So yeah, so good afternoon. It's good to be back again, and we're going to have a wonderful time together from now to 5 o'clock. It promises to be great. We're going to speak with some correspondents who are available. You know, not all of the time they have to go out and fetch news, use their own money, their own transportation to go about. So it's a sacrificial job, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk with correspondents.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to also speak with some youth group called the West Africa Youth Assembly. We're also going to have a time to talk about the power of words. Mm-hmm. We'll have the youth conversation today. It's going to be another amazing time. And today, I just want to program as well. and I mean, serve as a guest speaker at the program, and I spoke on the team. They asked me to speak on the team, building confidence and improving your leadership skills and navigating the workplace. And it was a bomb. Anyway, they say you get blow your own horn.
I saw the outline of
Yeah,
your speaking activities.
yeah,
The last time I was like, wow.
yeah. So I mean, with humility, I just want to say it was wonderful at the Liba office right now. But we're going to talk more of that. And there are times we, just choose to cool down the whole atmosphere. I want to tell you the power of words. And that's going to be a special time where we're going to allow you to also to speak. And we should not want to be focusing on politics. We know so many things are happening. You want to be informed, but Liberia is too charged.
Mhm.
Liberia is too charged. So today at 4 5, we're going to be having the youth conversation. And yes, we're going to be having a youth. If educator is able, tell him to join us so we can do a joint presentation today. So
Okay.
it's good to have him. He's from Lower Magdalene, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He's one
Okay.
of our exceptional correspondents.
Okay. Editor in chief.
Huh? So where from 11 to 11 there? Okay. Where I can be sitting there so. When I see America call a phone, to see the man, then the minute they give money or they get do it that they do. My God. Also, if you're not getting money, you tell us a defeat, then you move on there. So then you're not doing it again. Except money come. So when the point you can charge the point so for 3 or 400. So you get point say I don't get money, so just $100. Yeah, but just a big you just have me.
Yeah. Huh?
God says you are on the right, but all that we shall hearken to his command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries. And it is those that lie.
Depende.
Continue to win.
This God alone never abhorred forever. And
Non plus,
shout for the Lord.
C'est de-
Why? Only one? No. Okay. So the show is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia, Echo Bank Liberia. So let's make some money. Yes, let's make some money. When we come back, then we speak with our editors across the country.
Right on 5 feet internet and follow data pack. I have no excuse to not get one right in my house. Yeah. Let me run 9 to 40 for me in the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy a football data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. My man, your tears indeed really come true. A bundle that has more boosts. Orange Fusion Bundle. Enjoy a mixture of unlimited calls, unlimited SMS, and up to 52,000 megabytes of data from 50 cents to $50 for daily, weekly, and monthly packages. Dial star 888 to subscribe. Visit our website on www.orange.com.lr or call 111 for more details. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Airtime, what happened to you? So today, I need to pay my daughter's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday, I feel I get worsened. But there are no problems there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow. No, that's but you're not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, check me. I can help you. Ask you, have you heard about EcoBank Money Emergency Number? You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then be open way down the clock. They can't help me. But you're not even going to the bank, Tano. All you have to do is to dial star 326 hash and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM. That mean, you mean I'll get it the same day? Oh yes, instantly. I mean in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby. I say so. Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp. For any money emergency, just dial star 326 hash to help yourself out. EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
Okay, so yes, welcome back. We want to make some money before we can. Orange has an ATM. Are you aware of that? You heard anything about that?
I'm just hearing it from you.
Wow. Okay. So Orange, you can deposit, you can withdraw on the Orange money ATM. So listen to this one. Make all your Orange money withdrawals and deposits from Orange money ATM available 24/7, meaning every time, every day, every time. Yeah. So it was launched last week. And this is a very good initiative, and we're asking you to go at the headquarters of Orange Liberia to get all of the information that you need to get. You need to get Orange money. Orange has an ATM. Your subscribers. We are please be informed that Orange has ATM. You can withdraw just And then this one is coming in, says President Bwaka cancels all ambassadors at large, trade envoys, and special representatives with immediate effect. I read that again. President Bwaka cancels all ambassadors at large, trade envoys, and special representatives with immediate effect. Reappointments will be made in keeping with the country's law. reappointments will be made in keeping with the country laws, with the country's law. Okay, so that's it. And yeah, so I was saying something concerning, you want to bring me up to speed with that?
Was that JFK?
Yes, JFK. Yeah, we're talking about JFK and the condition. Yes, but still, I mean, JFK and other health centers across the country, they, I mean, serious challenge, and is something that oh my God, we we have to work harder. We have to work harder. People have to be intentional. The government needs to try. The government needs to put things in place. Yes, me. I'm even talking about it. They're fighting where the noise are going on. Yeah, I'm talking about it yet. No, 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 no. That's not it. I'm not even on it because if some people know how unpopular they becoming, I mean, I'm making anybody afraid of. Yes, if you know how unpopular you, because you will explain, you get tired, and people will not understand you. Our people there, hi, yaka.
So I think that the lack of drugs at JFK and other health center, we receive information that following the president's travel,
Mhm.
JFK and other health centers were expected to receive medical supplies from the dividend of his travel. So I think very soon JFK will benefit such donation.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we want good news. We want um we want good news. We want to hear good things. We want actions. Yes, and JFK, that's one. There are other health centers across the country, and these things are very very essential. That if you heard it, you heard a message.
yeah.
Yeah, you listen to the messages coming from a patient at the JFK. He actually been sending these messages, but now I've actually just been watching, and he's been so consistent in telling us about the condition of that place.
Mhm.
I mean, uh, w- one way or the other, you all know this is not a strange thing. This is not a news, a breaking news. This is something that we all know. Yeah, we all know. And what can we do? So apart from JFK, they have other health centers across the country.
Yeah.
They are all running out of supplies. And when the people also help, the last time we received a guy from Nemot, right? Your
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Yes, and they did a survey.
Hmm.
They went around, and the findings that came from in a field is so terrible. I was like, is that really happening in Liberia? You say we get drugs, and people take the drugs and carry home and put it in the drugstores. I
This too
mean,
is like, bro.
and it should not be like that. That statement, this too is Liberia, I see it to be very reckless. Seriously, we all can say it outside there, but it's very, very reckless because anytime you have this too is Liberia, that means there's a serious problem. Some where people are not are not paying attention to certain things, or they're just taking everybody to be for granted, and it is very, very wrong, very, very wrong. Yes, very wrong. Why should this be Liberia? Okay, so we accept anything.
Anything
Yes,
can happen at any time.
yes, and it should not be, but that's what happening.
And the issue about JFK, what I've noticed, I was there the last time and I told you about an SOS score that
Yeah.
I reached there to do. And the person was told to buy a drug. JFK recommended her to buy a drug across the road. At the drugstore, it was interesting to know that the price there is different from another drugstore price. Very expensive. Opposite JFK.
Yeah, even Duporo. Someone, yeah,
Yes,
man.
that one have
Yeah, man. As soon as you start talking, they'll be sending you messages. As soon as you start talking, they'll be sending you messages. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. You know, I can't look when I won't pay attention to message, and I even pay attention to it. I won't pay attention to message. You say a message, I won't pay attention. I'll not pay attention to it. Yeah, because I saw you said in there, don't mention the other one, don't mention the other one, don't mention the other one. Yeah, you understand? So yes, perfect peace. We pray for perfect peace. And we actually, sometimes when you get these pieces of information coming from across the country, yes, coming from across the country.
And you listen to our news at 2. Shipping break the news about outbreak of monkeypox in Nimba.
In Lima,
Yeah.
no, I was in a session at the time when I only heard someone from Margibi.
Mhm.
Yeah, the correspondent there from Margibi.
So
They said that.
though MFU is yet to confirm this news, but our correspondent in Nimba, Cyprian is reporting that there's an outbreak in Secretary. Yes,
Saclay Pierre,
yes.
that's a hometown, Mr. Bedejo. Wow. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. So, peace is not only the absence of what?
Of war.
Uh huh. Or what? When you see that, you better be on top of. Yeah. So, we have our correspondent, our editor from Bone County, Faye Jacob Kemu. How you doing, sir? It's good to have you on the line.
Well, thank you so much, Magdalene, and thanks to all of those listening this afternoon from the nation's capital. It's always good joining me from the central region of Liberia, Bon County.
Okay. So, how is Bone County? Is it rainy or shining?
Yes, relatively, the sun is shining right now as I speak to you. This is the start of the dry season, and we are experiencing, severe sunshine here as I speak to you.
Okay. So, there were Floyd victims the last time, and how are they? I mean, anyone reach out to them in terms of giving a hand?
The situation that was recorded of recent, where I reported the issue of floor victims in Banka, calling on the government of Liberia through the disaster management committee to see how best they can be able to provide system to them. The situation as it stands, the government and that of the disaster management committee are yet to probe into the situation. The floor victims continuously they are raising, some concerns, especially when it comes to the government through the disaster management committee providing them assistance. Imagine some of them talk about the issue of, support in terms of food and other materials because the water severely affected them, and because of that, some of them they are finding it difficult to have their children sustained. They are just calling on the government continuously, even the county authorities, to see how best they can be able to provide them some needed support when it comes to making sure that they have access to those, necessary requirements that they need in order to have themselves, being sustained.
Okay, yeah. So I'm here along with Cooper Sangar and a very young man like you. And if he have question, then we both can do it together. So the last time we have been following activities, especially following the schools because schools have resumed for this academic year, and we receive a lot of damaging pictorials from across Liberia.
Okay.
And specifically, especially from Bond County, you reported about schools, especially those schools that are populated in deplorable condition. Even textbooks they don't have. And well, so where are we now? I mean, we're in October, and like a month or a month and a week into this academic year. Where are we? How are the how is the conditions of these schools? Have they been upgraded by stakeholders, by lawmakers, by goodwill citizens, by international partners, or how are the statuses?
Okay, thank you so much, Magdalene. What I would say to you in regards to the information we've been sharing, it's of no secret that different institutions, particularly government-run institutions in Bone County here, as per our investigation, as per our reportage, because our role in the society is clear. As journalists, we should be watchdog for the society. We should be able to go out and get the needed information that can help to improve the system within our county. So what I have been able to establish here is that since we started to do the report, particularly schools, from the rural places, I think the other day I gave you, an in-depth, analysis about the current status of one of the biggest government-run institutions here in Bone County that has to do with Dolokalam.
Mm-hmm.
The school as it stands, the school is yet to be painted. This is one thing that people need to move in terms of giving this particular model school, the school that people consider to be a model school in Bone County, to give it a better face. There should be need that people will move in with humanitarian assistance.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry for interrupting. It's a public school, right?
Yeah.
Do they pay any kind of registration, tuition?
Yes. As per the mandate of the ministry, there are projections, the ministry will come up with in terms of students, how much they are to be paid, the reasonable amount, the understanding is now that those institutions that were paying PTA fees and so forth, the PTA fees was being cut off. The money for senior basically was like 3,000 for registration, and the 3,000 that is being paid to the government institution. I'm talking about the senior high division. Portion of the money, according to the administration, goes to the ministry, and portion of the money also stays with the administration in terms of carry on administrative engagements.
Okay.
In terms of procuring stationaries and other things, portion of that money is being given. And what happens is that by the time, according to Buffett principal, who is Mr. P. Harvey Willie,
Mm-hmm.
he told me that at the time they were receiving, some funding from the Parents Teacher Association department, that is the PTA fees. They were able to pay some securities. They were able to also assist in terms of procuring rules and other things, because the school is being fed, through the Mirror Meals program, a humanitarian or charity.
They got Mirror Meal. Feeding the students.
Yeah. Program is in Bong, and it is affecting, most of the public institutions, including some private institutions.
Wow, that's a good news. Yeah.
So with that now, what he said to us is that the government coming up with meaningful amount in terms of making sure that. Hello.
Yeah, you on, Chief.
Okay, so the government to do some intervention is important. Let me do this adjustment because my phone, was trying to run down.
Okay, it's okay. I understand, my brother. The last time I was in Bone County, the last time I was in Bon County, I was working on a documentary. I went there, even at the radio station, even at the radio, even at the even at the radio station, Cooper. I went to do this. I was working on a documentary.
Yeah.
And I went to the radio station. I had to talk with the young women. And well, every time the current will go off, then they be waiting, and they wait for the community current.
Yeah.
I say LECO. I say community current. So the current, yeah. They will wait for it until it comes on. So if you do not have a standby, forget it. You remain off.
Yeah.
So this young man he ran out of power. He running to get the briefing sound, right?
Yeah.
Seriously challenging.
Just to go and put his phone on charge.
Just to go. Whether current even there, maybe current have. I mean, they have not had power for some hours, and electricity plays a vital role in everything we're doing. Right now, you're listening or you're enjoying everything, the music, the voice, and the information, and pieces of information, everything coming. When their station here go off right now, they can be calling also. They will be calling and finding out when electricity, when power goes off at the hospital at JFK, terrible things happen over there. The last time, one of the pastors that usually do the Pastor Fatoma, he got affected because electricity went, the power went, and boom, the surgery was going on this pregnant woman.
Wow.
And the family lost her. I think his in-law. You see that? So I don't want to, don't worry. We understand.
So that's why this government need to work on some of those critical areas, like the hospitals, the clinic. There should be sustained electricity supply there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So where is educator? Educator is he said, okay. All right. So with no waste of time, let's bring on the young people, West Africa Youth Assembly, and I'm trying. I don't know whether. Let me give him some time and see. Yes. Let's see. You ready? Anything I'll call you back. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we managed to get back. Faye, yes, welcome back. I'm sorry for what you're going through.
Okay, thank you so much. We have to do some adjustments so that we can flow in with the information we have.
No problem. It's well understood, my man. It's okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your sacrifices.
Yeah. So as I was saying, what's happening here is that when the government came up with the mandate of, coming up with considerable amount for all of their high schools, government-run institutions in terms of the fees they had to pay. What happened is that the principal was like, the fees are considerable, but one of the things that the government needs to take into consideration is to help. Those institutions in terms of addressing some of those issues that they face there, like you see the issue of voluntary teachers. They are continuously on the increase. Most of the teachers that are mostly committed, they are the one offering tax on a voluntary basis, and some other teachers are even on government payrolls. They don't go to work, and some of them, they are not punctual as compared to the voluntary ones. So the emphasis was that if the ministry is to have a kind of an effective system where teachers will be dedicated to their task. I think there is need that those that are already on government payroll, they can be retained, and those that are dedicated, though they are not on government payroll, but on a voluntary service, they should be able to be included into, they should be able to be included into the system so that they themselves they can provide more effective service to the different institutions they are serving.
So, in short, Cooper, before you come in short, the principal wants the voluntary teachers to be placed on government's payroll.
Yeah. The advocacy continues.
Are they both her or in general across the county?
All government-run institutions
Okay.
in the county, those are separate views of the principles. Those are assessment reports after we have an interview. Those are responses they have given us, as media practitioners.
Okay, so some were placed on government's payroll after the verification because there is a verification process, and I'm very sure Bone County was also part of it. And sent to be corrected, and volunteers were asked to submit certain documents, and I don't know how far with that.
Yeah, that process took place at the John Promo back to high school, one of the government-run institutions here in Banka.
Okay.
According to them, they were asked to submit, the needed documents, and after the different processes that are involved, they're going to be updated on their respective statuses. But some of them were asked to serve on probation while the processes are ongoing, so as to know their status. As I speak to you, there are some of the teachers that were being affected in such manner. Some of them they are in different areas, delivering their educational services to the different areas.
Yeah, so Faith, this year, how is the trend of enrollment like as compared to previous years?
When it comes to the enrollment, the school that is under discussion, as I said to you, it is one of the most populated.
I mean, on the overall in the county.
Yes. What happened from the beginning? There has been some level of constraint, like we reported in previous, interview. Parents were complaining they are finding it difficult. The economic constraint is high. As a result, not parents will send their children to school once they continue to complain. So, as the enrollment right now, as I speak to you, it is big considerable in the sense that despite the economic situation within the country, parents are managing to send their children to school because education is a must. Despite the cost of education, when it increases, it doesn't in any way stop parents from taking the risk. Some of them they are taking risks, but I think it is big considerable because parents have realized the importance attached to education, so they are making all strides to see how best they can send their children to school.
Okay, it's a fundamental right. Everyone should have the right to be educated. Okay, so let's move now to the security aspect of let's how is the whole security situation in Bone County? Are you got as a talk show host, as a journalist, you follow activities? How's the crime rate in the county?
Okay, thank you so much. This is one of the key areas I was intending to have, extensive report because the security issues here, we've been following the situation. Security is very important for every county, even the country by extension. We've been following, I was privileged to have had an interview with, the county for one of the towns here in Bone County, particularly in Saah district. This is one of the areas that when it comes to the issue of security threat, it has been a normal gang base that, some of these disadvantaged youth will always go and then tolerate people's homes at night and so forth. We went to Sinjay, and then we managed to talk to the general town chief for Sinjay town, and then his response to us was that Sinjay, there is a serious security situation within Sinjay right now because young people who are being involved into the intake of drugs, these guys go to those places, and then they group themselves, in hidden places at night. They move in different communities, take away people materials and so forth. But as part of the government's effort in buttressing the security system within the country, let me firstly say that the Liberia National Police has been very vigilant in this country in terms of making sure that citizens can be secure, in their different homes. They are providing some other needed security services in Bon County. And plus to that, today we witnessed, the graduation ceremony of, a huge number of Community Watch Forum members from Bon County here at the Bon County Sports Stadium, where the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Nelson Freeman, was present in this county. The total number of individuals that graduated from the Community Watch Forum, area in Bon County today was, a considerable number. That is 1,225. Individuals that were privileged to have graduated from the training section, and then previously the Inspector General of Police, Colonel Gregory Como, visited this county. He spoke about the issue of decentralizing the activities of the police, that is taking the police to the people, introducing the strategy of community policing in Bon County. And then when he left, he rest assured Bon County citizens that the issue about, making sure that the issue of security in the different communities, the issues can be addressed. He's going to make sure to adjust himself to it. I think he had consultation with the Community Watch Forum members in Bon County, and then rest assuring that he's going to make sure that the people can be able to get to recognize the services they continue to render, because according to him, the Community Watch Forum is playing pivotal role or pivotal role in, safeguarding the communities. They're also buttressing the work of the Liberia National Police in terms of making sure that perpetrators of crimes can be brought to justice at the community level. When the police is not around, these are people that proceed on behalf of the police and also help to make the work of the police easy. So today, 1,225 candidates graduated from the Community Watch Forum in training service, and out of the 1,225, you had 300 females that were privileged to have formed part of the process. And it will shock you to know these people, they were very, very excited, seeing themselves, being a part of the security system within the country. They were very, very happy today, seeing the face of the Deputy Inspector General, and showing all that it requires their commitment to serving at different communities. And after that, the spokesperson for the Community Watch Forum, managed to have said to the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Nelson Freeman, that, we in the community, all the security issues affect us. So we can't just sit at the level of the community. We got to get involved, and we got to make sure to serve our communities. And
Okay.
When the Deputy Inspector General of Police was addressing those graduates, he said to them, their decision of just joining the Community Watch Forum, is a boost for the security system, and it is intended to bring the the community policing, services to the citizens themselves. Because when people at the level of the community can be able to serve, in the security area, I think it will promote. It will promote the issue of community policing. So it was a milestone achievement for, the community-wide forum and also the Liberia National Police, because it shows commitment of collaboration in terms of fighting crime within the county.
Okay, fighting crime within the county, and the Watch Forum, they are doing buttressing the efforts of the police. I hope they are watching their back before you have people impersonating. All right, so still with the issue of crimes in the county, how's the presence of the LDA?
Mhm.
Okay, the presence of the LDA, we think the LDA has been doing well in Bong County, because we have witnessed occasions where they've done, there's some of the occasions I was privileged to have attended on 3 separate occasions. Key, drug suspects have been arrested, by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, charged and sent to court. It speaks volume that the LDA is doing well, but I think there is need for more to be done here, because Bong County, it will shock you to know that the issue of making legal, illegal drug trafficking activities in Bong County is one thing that is posing serious challenge to Bong County. It will shock you to know, Magdalene, there's a place here, where the vulnerable youth can go and there are different activities. There are place that is famously known as Kampala. Kampala is in Bong County. There were drugs takers and all those that are involved into these drugs, intake and so forth. There where they go and then purchase these things. And there has been some level of ghetto raiding exercises that have been done, like during the regime of the former DA commander in Bong County. He did some reading, and the new drug enforcement agency commander, has done some level of exercise to see how best these guys can be able to be chased from those places. But sometimes they'll just chase them, and the guys go in the community a few days, they go back, because the issue of arresting drug traffickers and to rehabilitation homes, is lacking. And Bong County citizens on a daily basis, they are crying on the government, because the message to the people of Bong County was that we are going to fight drugs. If not Bong County, like by extension, the rescue mission said they are going to fight drugs, because President Weah's regime was being married by the issue of which took over the administration, and they are going to fight this. And to fight this, the strategies they said was that the issue of rehabilitation centers going to be established in different counties, so that these guys who are involved in the drugs intake, they can be able to go there and then see how best they can be able to be transformed. But
Okay.
at this time, we are yet to see in Bong County groundbreaking ceremony being witnessed for the establishment of rehabilitation home here.
Okay, so Kemo, Bong County be Bong County. A Bong County that have been in existence, is that you do not have any rehabilitation center?
There is no rehabilitation center in Bong County here.
It's a breaking news, because I growing up as a child, I grew up in Bong County. As a child, I experienced a war. I saw terrible things in Bong County, and apart from drugs and users, and there should be these kind of homes, because people are still suffering from a lot of trauma, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's actually breaking to me. Maybe you have to do some research and know maybe there's rehabilitation or rehabilitation centers in some communities that you've not seen before.
We've concern is the issue of battling drugs. So that because it will shock you to know that making these kind of things legal, where people will say, whenever you talk about Kampala, they say, go behind the Methodist compound. It means that it's no longer hidden. People know exactly that. I mean, it's just the captives of those individuals. So I think it's a security threat, and as I think to be corrected, Bon County doesn't have rehabilitation home, and those that are being affected in terms of the drug trafficking and so forth. I mean, there is need that the government can be able to see how best they can be able to, establish this kind of a thing so as to prove to the citizens that yes, the issue about combating drugs, we said it, and these are some of the early engagements that we started so as to help and then improve the lives of our brothers who have been victimized in terms of the drug trafficking and so forth.
How peaceful is the county? The last time Honorable Marvin Cole withdrew from the caucus, and has he returned?
He has been returned, and even one of the persons that is not fully involved in the work of the caucus has to do with Bon County District 5 Representative Eugene J. Cully. Eugene Cully and that of Marvin Cole of District Number 3, they are CDC lawmakers within the county. And the issue about, the segmental politics in Bon County is high on the increase, and this is why citizens will always say the essence of voting Senator Johnny Quay is to reconcile the county, because previously Dr. Henry Fomotopat served the county in the capacity of a senator, and then the mantra on which he was elected then was to reconcile the county, which of course he failed, and Senator Johnny Quay winning as independent candidate, I think the essence of his winning was to see how best he can effectuate reconciliation. But as they speak, Bon County is divided. It's of no secret, lawmakers, particularly from the opposition bloc and the imposition bloc, they are not coinciding with one another in terms of the decision they have to make to improve the county. The county is heavily politically divided as I speak to you.
So, yes, you've been hearing about the issue of people allegedly signing for 15K. How has the people of Bon County received this information? Are they saying it is true their lawmakers can sign for it, or it is? What are they saying? What are some of the reactions from them?
Back home here in Bon County, in response to the allegation of the 15K, that has sparked, tension in the public right now, like in the nation's capital. What we notice on different community radio stations, quarters on different community radio stations, including my own community radio station, is that what we established is that, citizens in the first place, they are frustrated, hearing that lawmakers who are supposed to push the issue of transparency and accountability, being involved into this kind of a thing, they shock everyone.
But there are others who say they have not received, and there's an allegation. So LACC is doing her investigation, and when they come up with this, so it's an allegation.
Yeah, that's why I said the allegation of the 15K. When the allegation goes into the public, Liberia is a kind of a vulnerable society where what people hear, is what they believe.
But we trust people like you to ensure that they receive the very the information that But is there any lawmaker that telling the people, say, oh yeah, the other person receive it, the other person receive it? Has anyone done that in the county?
Yes, the lawmakers will continue to say this. Like I listened to Representative Josiah Martin, who he made appearance on Spoon, and some of these appearances can be relayed on community radio stations.
Yeah.
They have continued to talk about this, that they have evidences. These people, they have supporters, right? once they can be able to come in the public and tell people that those that are being alleged of taking the 15K, they have evidences that they can prove in terms of making sure that people can be prosecuted as they relates to the removal of the speaker. This is what people like believing in the country right now. The right thing is that the LSCC and saw communication that they are carrying on all their needed investigation to see how best they can establish the fight into this, because there has been rumor that these people have received, and we are seeing pictorials of signatures, that has been gathered on different news outlets and so forth. So this has been something that people are saying, if lawmakers can be able to take these things, though it is an allegation, but if it is proven that lawmakers can be able to take these things, it means that they will not be trusted in the first place, because they are touching the hope of the Liberian people, taking into consideration 15 times 47. 47 get to know the sum of the kind of money that is being wasted just, in the selfish interest of those individuals. We are not saying for them, they are not saying the issue of lawmakers coming up with the decision of removing their speaker. They have the right, if they know that the speaker is not doing good, yes, that is all okay to themselves. But what needs to be done is that state resources, taxpayer money should not be used, for selfish gain, or in the name of Liberian politics, and which of course citizens have continued to suffer. The hospitals, the schools, they are not receiving the needed allotments, but if 15,000 United States dollars can be given, just in the name of giving a signature to subscribe to certain things in your own interest, I think it is against the will of the Liberian people. These are concerns that we are hearing from them in Bronx.
You got it. You got a question?
No.
I think it's around 700 and 705,000, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
If they were 47.
If it's an allegation, and so we're just wrapping around it. Okay, so all right, fair. Yeah, so once more, I want to say congratulations to all the officers, the 300 females. The last time I checked, 3%, only 3% of female we find comprises of the security sector, in only 3%. Only 3%. So I don't know when until we can lay our hands on the next report, but as we stand, 3%. So it's a big boost for the females who just graduated. And I want, please, tell them congratulations. When I see them there, I will find a gift.
Okay. And lastly, just before I go, reported this, the Bronx County Council. The council has but has ended, the 2024 sitting. That is a plus for the county leadership.
Okay.
It is intended to fulfill, the local governance act as the constitutional requirement. The superintendent needs to be accountable to the council. The members of the council as to promote transparency and accountability. So on the 22nd of October, the 9-man council headed by
okay. Yeah, I'm getting you. We're closing now.
Okay, the 9-man council headed by Mr. Aaron Sakifela, who is the head, his stage in particular sitting for fiscal year 2024. It is intended to review the performances, the prospects, and that of some of the challenges, county officials who have been given public space to serve, particularly under the supervision of the superintendent, to come up with some of their reports and highlighting their prospects, challenges, and that of their recommendation. So that commenced on the 22nd of October 2024, and it was graced by safer society,
Okay.
citizens from Bon County, representative of the Muslim community, including members of the disabled community, educational stakeholders, those individuals, they were all part.
Okay.
In this particular sitting, they made available their different reports that the county development officer, Mr. Slicky, that's Mr. Slicky Soiree,
Okay.
he made his presentation, and even the county finance officer, Mr. Salah Tupa, he made his presentation as to the county status in terms of fiscal policy. He said when he took over, he noticed that as finance officer of the county was as finance officer, he was able to figure out 14 accounts, in the name of the county. After they did their investigation, some of the accounts were empty. And some of them, they had some funding in it. And so just summarize, these reports were being done, and yesterday they managed to release the proposed draft budget for fiscal year 2024. Let me just highlight what is in it just before you can leave me this particular time. The proposed draft budget for the county, there were different projections that were being done. To begin with, electoral district, there were 7 electoral districts that were captured, and then the projection that were made in terms of the projection of the 7 electoral district was in the tone of it is just proposed budget. So it is in the tone of 470,000, and then for the purchase of furniture for the superintendent compound, there is ongoing renovation of the compound.
Okay.
The proposed budget reveal the amount of 30,000 for purchasing of furniture and that for the superintendent compound.
Okay, so you know what, we're going to take our time to look at the budget. What was so just I want you to study it a little bit. Let's look at, because that number. So when you announce it now, when we finish taking our note, they say no, we'll stand by our story. So yeah, we'll stand by our story. Yeah, we can talk about that. That's numbers. Our former accounting student, or the numbers, but sometimes So we let's have a time to talk about that more. We'll take our time to look at it and see how is it, and whether it's inclusive, whether it's we'll look at other things. So just let's hold that for now. And really, I want to say thank you so much for the support, and thanks for your sacrifices you made to Liberia. And your contribution to nation building will not go unnoticed. And once more, I want to say congratulations for accepting to serve as our media coordinator for Central Liberia. Specifically Bon County. And we have a lot of work to do. So please, let's arrange interviews, and so I can share it with the rest of the team, so we can you can host us online. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Okay, fair. The men are online. I can gaze for you. I have no more than you calling on it.
I think we have every year.
Yeah, we got every year. The better calling numbers. Where were you? Somewhere looking for money and you got the 700,000.
That's why when you are studying accounting,
huh?
Is that advisable for you to study at night?
No, Cooper. That particular advice was given to me when I started doing accounting 2009 in Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my ID numbers AME Zion 980308. The day I really account for my number, nobody must tell me say, y'all will look for your problem now. Yes, on a serious note, they will tell I will be the last person who will play my ID number that the whole country will be on fire. Yeah, Abel. So they can tell you, say, when you ready to study, accounting student, lower your voice. Hey, Abel, how you doing?
The fire burning.
Well, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so let me link you up with Edwin Keton. He's from my give it to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Chief.
I see our lower Maggie, the correspondent.
Yeah, that man won't run away. I said, well, what are you here today? How you doing? How you doing as well? Yeah.
Okay,
No, not better you. I mean, I'm talking you every day. I tell
Chief
them
will
about it.
come to you.
We'll come to you. Just breast about it. That credit, I know you got enough credit in your phone. I ain't worried.
We're saying things.
I ain't worried. Yes, sir.
you broke up.
Yeah, Edwin, how you doing? Okay, so you also have your my giving brother on the line. I think you already know. You're familiar with him, David Placky. Yeah, he's yet to be appointed by the president. His grandfather. He say let negative one, man. You see, let negative one on you. you hearing Eddie Getter? The man say, how sure are you he's still gonna be appointed? Eva, how you doing? What's your view right now? What you want to say?
Is the Placky? The man money feeling. We'll call him.
No. Kupo, that be what you want to hear. I keep telling you, say that be what you want to hear.
But he's not employed, so
yeah. Maybe I'm calling you. I think yeah. Let me see. So how is Lower Margibi? How you not feel cool and calm? How you not feel cool and calm? I saw you telling me the thing you were telling me, say how you not feel cool and calm. Eh? No. No, you don't be close though, but it's telling me say you feel cool and calm, right? I think yeah, but how is the county? Okay. Yeah, oh, the guy for food shop. I'm making markings up for the people. Imana Dekla is there? Oh no, in Kakata. Oh, okay, because I about to place a call to him right now. But quickly, it's been raining in recent times. I know you've been doing some report, but tell us what has the issue of flooding in part of the county? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So quickly, just I want you to pass through how's the issue of the crime rate, especially with regards to the issue of drugs.
Drug consumption, basically there is a 41 in the number I mean, it's not just to my first thing boils down to the lack of manpower, logistics with the police, who to a community like investigation setting, captain back with those areas. Most of them had some their top to 30,000 people have 500 officers.
Okay.
So power lines, they are like take no more power, you put them overnight, and you know that your house falling is a no more power. Yes, that's why you don't assistance.
No manpower.
Yeah, for the police.
They're not saying we do not have mobile, but they say no manpower. And logistics. Okay.
We have some 25,000 people down 5 officers. I noticed some 4 police officers to not 3 that are getting arrested by the police.
You mean for the entire area?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a sad one. Oh, that was a challenge. And I mean, it just from account from this county to the other county. You see somebody, our editor from Bagolo will say the people don't even have, police don't even have vehicle. They only got one immigration picker, and then so now they put money together, put gas inside, and they go on function and put gas inside. And sometimes when you call the ambulances as well, they tell you we do not have fuel or gasoline. For that one from the health. And even now the education, the schools are deplorable, in deplorable condition. Public schools, lack of textbooks, and I mean, then you come to the electricity again. It just fluctuating. It go. Oh my God, where are we? The security is so challenged. Yep. Mm-hmm.
For somebody remover.
Well, that's it. And thank you. Yes, so you have to go now. The man's on his wheels. Okay, Chief, thank you. Okay, so now we host the West Africa Youth Assembly. They had a program. They have come to say thank you to yes, so thank you. So they're going to wrap it up, and then we'll use the last part of the Somebody saying the media is not. I heard about the media. They're not challenged. The media is seriously challenged. The last time I attended a program at the Better Casa, no, I attended a program at the Digalabash, and it's all about the national policy on girls' education. We'll have a separate time to talk about that. Yeah, a separate time to talk about the national policy on girls' education. And Masiata, invited me, and it was a media in engagement. And this presenter said, Madam Caroline said, what a journalist would do, the work of journalists. A journalist doesn't commensurate with and that's something we always say. The work. Salary? No, I don't care where you find yourself. It's not possible. With the work you do, Cooper, as young as you are, with the level of what you've been doing since you joined True FM at 2022, right? Yeah. Right after your graduation from the most related school, right?
Yeah.
The work that you do, there's so much passion. The passion is there. You can see it in you. And there are times you sit here and you will say, oh, I have to go and do SOS call for someone. That news will be carried. It doesn't commensurate. It means like too much work, so much money. They sing with the teachers, but I'm a journalist, and somebody is saying, "What about the media? The media is seriously challenged. It's an open secret. It's an open secret. Not Sonny. It's not with one institution. It's with a lot of institutions out there struggling. They're strangulated. The last time on the Super Money show, when Chief Chris sent me to represent him at the interview, and we're talking about. I asked the minister about the debts. How much is our debt, external or domestic? And just to paraphrase what I said, talk about the domestic debts, and he talked about, you see, the people, they are all protesting domestic debt. Why you owe within your country, within a country, the institutions you owe, the people you owe salary, and these are domestic debts, right? Yeah. And I say, yeah, Chief, with the media, and he laughed. The minister laughed. He said, yeah, let him hire. I even get some. We'll even try to make payment as soon as possible after the end of this interview. So that's an open secret. It's not with an institution. It's a serious problem, and we need to find alternatives to ensure that media institutions in Liberia are not that they are not strangulated to that point. But even ourselves too can ensure that we do something. So Well, but that's another topic for another day, Cooper.
Yeah. So
That's another topic for another day.
I want to comment on it quickly.
Yeah, quickly. We're
So
closing now.
I believe it is Mr. Hafok here who said that. I think even the setup
Maybe
you
I'm
find
not picking
yourself,
you up.
even the setup you find yourself, almost half of the settlers in Liberia, they are unpaid.
Okay.
The
Yes,
people who find
seriously.
themselves there. So
Seriously.
in Liberia, once you want to be in a position where your salary will commensurate with the work you do, join
Mhm.
politics. These are people who literally they are taking
Ex-
money.
Exorbitant.
Yes.
They make it improve. Anyway, that's it. That's another topic for another day. But let's go to our brothers. How you doing, Chief?
Yes, thank you so much.
You getting me?
Yeah, we are getting you.
Okay, sir. Okay, very good. So the other chief, how he's doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Thank you.
You sure?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yes, West Africa Youth Assembly, representatives from the West Africa Youth Assembly. So please tell us, what are you here for?
Okay, once again, we say thank you for allowing us here. I'm Sarah T. Bolu from the West African Youth Assembly. We are here to acknowledge those who came for the program in recent time and to also give overview of the program.
Okay. Yes, I'm giving you the time just because we by 4:30 we'll be doing another segment. So
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So like he said, firstly, my name is Namo Disipe, and I'm the Secretary General of West Africa Youth Assembly Liberia's chapter. And basically, we are here to give the public few commendations, most especially to our participants, the media outlets, and all of our speakers who took up their time to show up during the just ended Peace and Security Conference held by the West Africa Youth Assembly at the Liberia Business Association Conference Hall.
Sure.
So okay, I'll give you time. I mean, just the presenters, the participants, I know how you get. Just tell us. So the next time when you organize something, the people will not just sit. Make us to know or tell us what actually went on the days, and the speakers, the participants were happy after whether there was a resolution and signed. I don't know whether you had that, and also the certificates and everything. A rundown.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that beautiful question. We are here once again to appreciate all of those who came for the program. Our intents really, was to see the young people coming together to discuss peace and security, and it was met. The various speakers did their best. They presented well when it comes to peace. Every time we discuss peace, because our country right now to where we are heading, things are on course, but are not 100%. So more often, people will always say young people to be like unserious. They're not ready to do this, and they're only ready to champion battle cries and sing behind politicians here and there. And another thing may be anytime we want to cause problem in this country or anywhere in our country or in the region, we'll invite the young people, we'll call the young people to carry on any kind of act we want to see, just for our own selfish gain. So looking at these things, it was based upon that we decided to call for this wonderful program that every young man in the region, and more especially in Liberia, you have a future and you have a family and also yourself. Looking at your own capacity as young person, see a reason that coming together to push the agenda of peace is something that we all need to see how best to look at, because in our region we have noticed that politicians have been using young people not to benefit them but to benefit themselves. And if you will come for this program, which they did, they came for the program, they learned a lot of things. They learned self-control, they learn to be independent, and they learn to control themselves when it comes to any forms of disruption or any forms of brutality anywhere. So based upon that, message was preached out, and the speakers did their very, very best, including you, Magdalene. You did your very best. You talk about unity, and you also talk about how can we sustain the speed we're talking about today in our country. And the question was asked, and you responded rather, you responded to the questions vividly, and those questions today are the working tools of us. You said that as a young person, it is good to always maintain peace, and without peace, we cannot get to where we want to get in the society. So if we must stand to be a recognized institution and recognized personalities as an individual, we should always believe that there is a peace, and we should always run around peace to get in any society and get in any gatherings, because without peace, we will not be able to get what we want. So I get a speech to the SG to make a late comment.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Saah. So basically, we had great speakers who we invited, and these speakers present at our 2 days event was not in vain because they spoke well, and the message was clear, it resonated. So we have Mr. Abraham Gordon William, who's currently the managing director at Kings FM, who spoke very well on the role of the media in sustaining the peace of our country. Now, basically, people want to ask, Liberia is at peace. There is no war. But why will you intend to have a peace and security conference? Oh, yes, we intend to do so because young people these days have been used as instruments of violence. So those ones who are still up and awake, knowing their values, should be further enlightened, all right, to know the do's and don'ts in sustaining the peace of our country. So we had great speakers there. We have Mr. Vani Jesse, who is the president of the All African Students Union, the man who coordinates the student affairs of the over 3 to 4 million students across Africa. So interestingly, he's a Liberian. Mr. Jesse was also there to give his own understanding and expertise, opinions to the young people of Liberia on how we can maintain the peace of our country. We have Mr. Phil Tapper Dixon, who is also a counselor and one time the best African quizzer who represented Liberia in Germany, Berlin. So Mr. Tapper was also there and he spoke well. And we had so many great concerns from the young people as well, because you don't just attend these events to just sit and watch, but you should be participating. And these are things we want to see at the level of West Africa Youth Assembly. So the young people were curious, and some of them raised some concerns, and they were answered like, what should be my roles and responsibility in maintaining the peace of our country? So we have several responses that were given. Number one, we should know our own rights and obligations or duties and responsibilities as young people. We must be patriotic. We must have the willingness and the obligation to go. So patriotism is one of the things that should be at the forefront of our mind if we must maintain the peace. Now, it was interesting to know that young people will claim to be quote unquote protesting, but you will never fail to see them with rock. You will not fail to see them with sticks. One time, people were protesting along the road, and I'm on my way to town to attend a workshop, and you see people taking sticks, stroking the winches of cars. What have these cars done to you? How do these cars influence your decision that you think have not been met up with? So This also speaks to patriotism and understanding the rules, understanding your role as a young person. So there were so many things that were discussed that we may not have the time to really dwell into, but the program was such a very successful one. So you talk about concept note, yes, by the help of Mr. Bodu and the entire secretariat, there was a concept note that was developed, and we have that in summary. We will be giving them out to various institutions, to various ministries, relevant ministries, and intergovernmental institutions across Liberia, right? This concept note will be our take home as to what we achieved, what we captured, what we jotted down during this summit. So we have earmarked the ECOWAS Commission in Liberia. We have a copy of the concept note for them. We intend to visit the U.S. Embassy. Thankfully, we have a meeting with them early next week. They have given us the audience. We've written them and they've given us the audience. So we also have a concept note for them. We intend to reach the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and so many relevant government institutions that we think are important to the growth of our institution and empowering the young people across Liberia, because mind you, the young people constitute a little over 65% of our population. So if these young people are not empowered mentally, then it means we have some very serious issues to face in a not too distant future. Most of our brothers and sisters are out there in the cemetery, they are out there in the shacks, they are out there to deplorable places because we feel they have not gotten the rightful information beforehand. Some of them may have gotten this information, but they not take them seriously. But it is not too late. We feel that these things must still be reinforced because, mind you, on a daily basis, their population is increasing, and that is also a threat. That is a serious threat to the peace and security of our country. Because in the day, you see these young people going up and down with all irons, bags, and so on. But in the night, we are asleep, and you don't know obviously what will happen. So we feel we still have the obligation to speak into the peace and security of our country. In as much as we have quote unquote peace, we must work tirelessly to maintaining this peace. It's very important, and that is why West Africa Youth Assembly is curious to working for and achieving.
Okay, so how can one be a part of the West Africa Youth Assembly? Young people are listening right now because we're going into the youth conversation.
Yeah, so that is basically under the secretariat. So WIRE has a chain of command. We have our chairperson on membership who works under the secretariat. His name is Emmanuel Blocon. So we have membership forms that are available. WIRE is strictly volunteerism for now. So if you are a passionate young person who feels that there is a need, you make a change in society, you should not just sit down and call on the radio and chant battle cry, burn the tires along the road. But you yourself, you must be an example of the change you want to see. You must be passionate. You must be intentional about the change. We have our membership form. You can pay for it. You come over. We have regular meetings last Saturdays in a month. So you can come over and you can be a part of us. So we also have our numbers available for further information. Yeah, you can call 0777 105072, 0777 105072, or 0555 233 013. Those are our numbers from the secretariat. You can call us, and yeah, we can make you to be a part of us. Because this thing is not about one person.
Yeah.
It's not about one person. So we feel that all hands are needed on deck to make this change happen.
Okay. All right. So yes, your party comment. Thank you so much. You're not taking calls. I think you're going to tell. Thank you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from my end, we want to appreciate all of those who came for the program. It was very unique. What you have learned is something that you need to live with. Thanks to Magdalene for a presentation. what you spoke on. We pray to all of you that you follow what you said and to what Abraham God said Williams also said, and all speakers what they told you about peace and security. We should also practice them and don't be a violent person. Let us all live in this country, in our region, as peaceful citizens
Mhm.
for the betterment of our own self and our family. So thanks you and may God bless you. We hope to see you next time. We'll call for such program again.
Okay, so thank you. Just as he said,
Mhm.
education is application.
Mhm.
Whatsoever thing we have acquired, it should not just be in mind, but let us apply it to see the necessary change or changes in our various communities. So West Africa Youth Assembly is here, and trust me, we have another very big event pending. We want to say thank you to the media outlets that were all there, most especially to you and all other media personnel, even more specifically to our participants who took up their time to making this event a successful one. Thanks ever so much. We appreciate you as always.
Okay. Once again, your names are
So I am Namo Disipe and I am the
Namo, 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 Namo. My
yeah,
boy got it, brother.
exactly. Yeah, I'm Namo Sipe and I'm the Secretary General of West Africa Youth Assembly Liberia chapter.
Okay. And
So he's Cyrus Bolu
oh
is one
yes,
of our
sir.
very hardworking members. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Namo, Namo, Namo. When
Yeah.
you hear Namo, then you say, yeah, the better people ready. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a photo hall.
Yeah.
Come please, you take my eyes off you. Spiritually, I can move. The way you hold that thing, you want me hold that thing. Hey, let me take a look. Get the best of news, views, and
All right. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, now it's 4:30, and okay.
hold on. What if I do? Listen to me, please. So my girlfriend says she wants me back home right away. What will I do? So we gonna say my shot good and not my kid. Oh, dear, I'm so sorry. Girl. You want to be dancing on the wall. He's the mic and focus. He did me. She made me
Okay,
better
okay
than
now. So where I find 11 to replay the down there? You can play 11 there? Huh? Oh, church, where okay. Oh, the heck, I'm standing there so? Ah. When I see the America, 400 to see the man in the night, the minute they give money or they get do it that thing they do. Oh my God. Also, if you're not getting money, you tell us defeat, then you move on there. So then you're not doing it. Except money come. So when the point say, you can charge the point say, so get for 3 or 400 dollars. So you get a point say, I get money, I get $100. So just so $100. Get point they say, I beg you, just help me. So listen now. Look, you go to school, you're not been to school yet? You get somebody kind want to take you to carry to school to be going to school. You agree? You want what? You want to move on the street? You tired with the street? Huh? So your ma, you say your ma in Morovia, she was doing the scene that brought back Kakata here. And why am I? Is she China? Well, the way, yeah. So why you can go to some of them to very tell and say, oh, I don't want to be part of anything here, this, or give me food to eat. Why you can go around there? So do you come to know you be successful? What?
I pray that God will make me customer.
Pray that God to be with you get customer. Uh-huh. So
You like selling market. Every day you get one customer. Every day you get one customer. You not go to school. Your other friend and go to see your customer.
oh, so that make you soon that you.
Yeah.
Ah.
Then when you come.
Yeah, you got 12 minutes. Hey, my man. This ain't
Has
what time you got?
called for urgent support from partner
10
stakeholders,
o'clock.
philanthropists,
Later about time, but not
and
10 o'clock
private
here.
sector institutions to tackle
They said,
growing crisis of children in Liberia. And she said there are countless other children in the similar situations across Liberia who have yet to find their voice to successfully address this issue. She's asking, urgently asking, um, asking for financial support. And she said the ministry does not have the budgetary power to manage this growing crisis alone. And as she said, we need our partner stakeholders and the entire nation to come together and help give these children a future. And she expressed commitment to ensuring that the child who is now in the ministry's care receives a permanent safe home, access to education, healthcare, and psychosocial counseling to heal her from her past trauma. And the minister also emphasized that this intervention is part of the ministry's broader flagship program, Support a Child Safer Future, which aims to remove children from the street situations and provide long term support for their welfare. As she said, we are not just rescuing this little girl from her immediate circumstances, we are committing to her long term success and well being. And she also said this plan will ensure that she has the opportunity to receive an education, rebuild her life, and grow into a productive and empowered citizen. She also highlighted the urgent need for financial support to effectively respond to the increasing number of vulnerable children across Liberia. Yeah, so I will stop there for now. Thanks to Rachel for bringing that on. And if you look on the ministry's Facebook page, you will see the minister and a little girl in a picture on seated very close to the minister, and you can also see her. I think she feels very very safe in close to the minister. That's Minister Wemi Horace Colley. Yes, the Minister of Gender, Children, and Social Protection. Thanks to the minister, I knew this was going to come, and I knew she was going to take some step. The last time when the information came up, I didn't go sharing it on social media because we have to protect the yes. The next time let the face be covered. Yeah, but thanks to those who flag this issue, you see, at least she has uh, I mean, she will be empowered, she will be counseled, she will be so many opportunities. But here we are. Today I was opportune to speak at a conference. It was very, very, very wonderful, my people. Oh God, God of wisdom. Yeah, and I'm like you say, yeah, I let myself. Are you the one I will let? Yeah, yeah, Abia. Yeah, I let myself. Are you I will let? Yeah. So it was actually wonderful. On a serious note, thanks to the Association of Dream Builders for the invite. This leadership is called Female Leadership Conference. The team is or was building confidence, developing leadership skills, and navigating the workplace. We are already into the youth conversation. So sorry, I'm so basic until I signal my panelists so late, but I'm going to handle this alone. I think I can do it. So that's it. Building confidence, developing leadership skills and navigating the workplace. They came up with this kind of interesting topic. Very, very interesting. So for the next maybe 10, 15 minutes, I will deliberate. I'll have a monologue and then I'll give you the time to also participate. So thanks to all of you for the invite. It's been so busy. Very, very busy. And yes, I'm back on base. Yeah, how far if you yet come, if you online, I can take you online after I have presented after the monologue. Then so let's talk about self-confidence. Self-confidence is not something you have, it's something you create. It's a choice you make every day in every moment. The power of self-confidence. You need to create it, because if you lack self-confidence, you ain't going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So you have to recognize your worth. You have to know that you have some values. You have to know it. There are times where you feel like, oh no, I don't think I can enter that room. I don't think I can work to that place. I don't think I can go to that school, because the people that are going to that school, all their children are their parents are rich people. You devalue yourself. You feel like you don't recognize the what God made you in his image. God made you in his image and his likeness. You have so much value, but you devalue yourself. You look down on yourself. It's wrong. You need to know that you have so much worth. I didn't say wealth, I said worth. You have value. You also need to confront your fears. Identify your fears first. What are your fears? Your fears are maybe you public speaking. What are your fears? Public speaking, going to school and sitting among people. That could be something you feel so so you feel that it's a heavy burden. Yeah, it's a heavy burden. You feel like you feel so inferior. You got low self-esteem. You look too much down on yourself. I've come to let you know it is wrong. So you have to confront your fears. Facing fears head on is a vital step in overcoming them. Mountain advocates for gradually exposing yourself to what you fear, which can diminish its power over time. This process only builds resilience but also enhances self-confidence as you learn to navigate challenges. So you also have to practice positive talk. Some of us are so negative. We don't see ourselves in the next future. We devalue everything. We're so negative. We're full of so much negative energy. You see me? My cycle is so small. So when you are in my cycle, you have to support me. When I mean support, I ain't looking for rich friends, or I'm gonna be looking for rich friends. When they come to me, that's why we roll. But you need to have people who are positive, that will not drain you. There are people you sit with them every other time. They are so negative. They don't even see themselves in the next 3 years, the next 4 years. They don't see nothing. They just like that. You know the government. You know my parents sent me to school. You know my mom. You know my uncle who's say now. You ain't doing anything. They just complain and complain. You ain't going anywhere. You have to step outside of your box. You have to practice positive self-talk. I'm going to make it. No matter how the challenges are, no matter what I'm going through, I am going to make it. So to quickly run you through, surround yourself with supportive people, people who are willing to support you. When I mean support, it's not only tied down to money. We all need money. Right now, I need money. I'm looking I need money right now, right? But on a serious note, you always need support. People who will support you mentally, who you will explain your problem so that will not take it and carry and broadcast it. People you can trust. People who are loyal to you. Do we have people to such people still exist? Surround yourself with supportive people that will say, we are here for you. Oh, you in a competition? Oh, yes, we are here for you. We're going to ensure that you win. Even if you don't win, you still know that you were supportive. You surround yourself with supportive people. Surround yourself with positive people. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Whenever you fail, always know that first attempt in learning. You have to fail. If you don't, you will fail, you will embarrass yourself. You will fail, you will embarrass yourself. But you have to do it over and over and again. Commit yourself to continuous self improvement. I have said this times of our number. I came to Truth FM to work to first to make myself proud. Second, my family. Third, the institution. Fourth, Liberia. Yes. So I've always learned to focus on my personal growth. I don't care about what people have to say about me. I don't care how you see me. I don't care whatever you say about me. I am focusing on how can I grow? How can I be able to develop myself? And in the next 1 year, what I want. So I set my butt down. I read, I watch, I listen, I accept correction, I reduce my pride, and I am growing. You be the judge. So you see, you have to commit yourself to self improvement and stop looking at what people see, what they're doing, what the other person not let you. I told the people over there, their workplace. Now, don't play why you say you going. We are all family here, right? Yes. But you want for people to love you every day. They see you will be no, 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 no. You can't do your work. Even I support teamwork. I support teamwork. But this is not a place where you say when a person here not love me, the person here more love me. No, you can't make money. You can't work to find solutions. You can't work to get money. Support yourself, support your family. You're not come for somebody more lay you before. No. The only thing when your space is given to you to work, always be professional. Whether someone likes you or not, that's not your business. Always be professional and make sure that your space is always happy. Go up, come down. At the end of the day, you're going to improve. But sometimes we're focusing on one layer, we're focusing on what the other person say. They're taking news from one place to another. How will you grow? The last time I said I better casa when I was given the opportunity to speak at feature high level women or media engagement. I don't have enemies. Everywhere I ever worked, I don't have enemies. I don't say, oh, the person here, and I'm speaking to the other person, and the other person this one, that one. How will you get result if you can't talk to the other person? You can talk to the news director, you can talk to the radio director, you can speak to the other person. You're so proud, you're so full of it. You're too much for yourself. People who come in, I tell them, I say, I advise you. Even Rachel, who behind the camera here, I remember advising Rachel. I said, oh, I see the way you do your work. You say, I said, okay, this is a learning ground for you. Focus on your work. Don't have time for whatever is going on. Everywhere is the same. When I mean everywhere is the same, you move from here, you go on the other side, you'll see human being. Human being will be everywhere. Human beings are everywhere. And just like inform you, be from the Christians are, I go to church. Those are you who run from church to church, from church to church. You will see the same people there. The same devil dressed in different uniform or color clothes. The same people everywhere. So sometimes you have to stay and fight your fears. Sometimes you have to stay and fight. Maybe the pastor not checking on you. The people did not know your need. They ain't sending on you. Well, you will still meet the same people another place. So it's important. Self-improvement. Self-improvement. Learn to communicate effectively. Some of us, our problems are we don't know how to communicate. I'm talking with a guy, and we're doing a business. But his problem is he doesn't know how to communicate. And every time he communicates with me, I get so angry. I get so pissed up. And I have to channel, or he has to channel it to another person who better communicates well, who communicates effectively and knows how to position his words. He's saying something, but he just like that. You have to learn to communicate. And how can you do that? Oh, yeah, but I'm going to school. You go to school, but you can learn. It's not all about reading. I know. If you go to school, you're not letter. That's it. If it is possible, go to school. If you still have the chance to go to school, go to school. If not, learn to listen to audios, educative audios. Learn to watch educative movies. Some of us, we like they show them what they're getting can be rocky. When you now watch, actually you can't sleep. They roll the X. But you see, you know how to speak, and you got so fear, self-confidence, and everything you like it, but you don't want to listen to great people's speeches. You don't want to listen to something that will educate you. It's wrong. And build relationships and networks. You can be to a working place, you make confusion with everybody. You fuss with everybody. You get no friend, nothing. Oh, my people. Build relationship. I told the folks right now, there are some people who can get money to give to you, but they'll send you one link. I will tell you about the LRA boss, right? Chief, how you doing? Good afternoon. He had been following State of the Nation. And we're fortunate we went there. My boss and I went at a program. They had some media engagement, and there was some program at the Royal Hotel, and I was there assisting my boss while he was there, and as one of the moderators. And then after he sent me a link, and that link, you know why? He didn't give me money. I think brother, I need to drink water from the ARA bus. I think I need to drink some cold water, Chief. How you doing? And I want to appreciate you so much. He sent me that link. He was the first person that sent me that link. And you know what happened? It took me forever to apply. And every time it would be like a reminder. Send it again. I was delaying. And finally I applied. When I applied, I received 6 months training from the NDI and the International Women's Media Foundation. We slept at the Royal Hotel in the big rooms all alone, and you know how much I'm coming tell you the price. And we got benefits. I even got grants to do documentary. I went to counties. You see that? So build network, build relationships. Somebody didn't get money to give, but they link you up. And after the young women, some of the women came to me after the program just now and said, it was so impactful. Yeah, so impactful. Take initiative. Don't always wait for them to tell you something. You always have to take initiative and be responsible. Be proactive. Own your own mistakes. When you make mistakes, take responsibility and stop shifting blame. And you learn from it. Young people, this one to you. And those who are above the age, well, you can go about. It's also a piece of advice for you. Stop. Own your own mistakes. When you make mistake, own it. Whether you in the government, out of the government, own your own mistakes. There are always who want to shift blame and on the other group of people, on the other any other working and did it. Own your own. When you make mistakes, own your own mistakes. Develop a growth mindset. I go back. Develop a growth mindset. If you want to succeed in anything you do, develop a growth mindset. Stop that thing. You get so much problem with everybody. You have made your cycle so small. I tell people I go everywhere. So they can come and go my boss, my office liability. I go and sit there. I say, Chief, how you doing? everything is okay. And when I see anything that he did in a hall or painted the wall or whatever, I tell him, I said, Chief, I want to say thank you. Me tell for what I said, this development, it serves as a motivation. I go everywhere. I speak to everybody. I talk to everybody. I respect everybody because that's a growth mindset. You have to develop it. And if you come now, as I said, every time people come here, we interact, they say, go and see Larry's office, my boss. It's so nice in there. So now I want to enjoy the AC. I not even though the AC in our own is blowing, but I said I will go to his office, sit there, and we lecture. We talk about business. We talk about how we can improve the institution, not to make confusion, not to break breaches. The day I want to move from Truth FM, they're going to have a ceremony for me. Trust me. They're going to have a ceremony for me. Yeah. So it's like the time category. Yeah, man. I think we'll have to have a wait. Have lead by example. Yeah, lead by example. So I will stop here. This coming Thursday, we're going to have another time, but let's take some calls because I don't want to go in. I don't know what the traffic plot people are right now. The traffic plot, they know that traffic plot extension, still a national extension. I got issue with it too, guys. But let me take half. How you doing?
Yes, Magdalene, thank you very much. From where you are speaking, we are discussing something that have to do with building self-good image.
Okay.
Let me put in a nutshell. Building a self-good image. And what is self-image? Self-image is the way you see yourself as a person. How do you see yourself as a person is what we call self-image. So now, to develop a self-good image, you need to keep...
Go on.
Yeah, you want to say something?
No, go on. Sorry for the interruption. There's a sound from somewhere.
Self-image, keep it. You need to try to concentrate on positive thoughts about your very self. You need to express any negative thought about yourself in more positive, realistic way. You need to do that as a person. Any negative thought that you have as a person, express that negative thought in a realistic, positive way to get yourself going as a good person. Don't focus on negativity, negative point. You are a unique person. No one looks, think, or treat exactly the way you do. You are original and not a photocopy. Get that in your mind.
Okay.
You have 5 good points, more better good points than the bad one. Focus on the good points.
Okay.
Don't focus on the bad points. Every time you want to make a decision, focus on the good points. Don't look at the negative and build on it. Build on your strength. Anything that you don't see, you can seize it. So anything you focus your mind on vision that you see that you want to do, seize it, work towards it, fight towards it, but do away with the negative and you progress in life. Like you said earlier, always go around people who have made a positive mark in life. Don't say to people who are going down the drain because they got nothing to give you. They also want to help you to go down the drain. Remember this: anytime somebody fail in school, what do? They look for somebody who, what you mean?
Yeah.
You take 40. I say I made 30. They're looking for people who will be part of them. So you don't associate yourself with people like that. You make progress. People who are making progress, always sit with them. Ask them how they manage. Sit with wise people and you'll be wise. But when you sit with foolish people, you'll be foolish. Bread of the same fellow flocks together. Remember that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so kindly for your contribution. That's awesome. So that you can place in your call to 0777285961. 0777285961. You want a phone part? Yes, we are closing now. Sorry, I ate all the time Yes, 0777285961 if you want to contribute. And yes, yeah. So let me go on. Yes, yes. I just put the phone on. I just put the phone on. It was off. I'm sorry to everyone. Yeah. Okay. Let me take this caller. Hello. Yes, it's good to have you on. Okay, brother Jim, how you doing?
I've been following your program really and your topic is one thing is true. If you want to improve in life, if you want to get a different life, don't focus on what people pushing on you. Don't focus on what people who talk to you. Stay at your job place. Don't look at what other people are doing. Do what you do. You want to improve in life, you want to become somebody, you want to work there. To do your best and be at your best. You know, thank you so much for the topic you brought. I will take it. I learned for you today. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think that's how we're going to be doing at times when we are called, speak out, the same topic we have to bring it here so our people too can be. It's not all about politics, who not sign, yeah, and but we have to do these things to cool down the mental. I mean, they to cool down the stress and yeah, the whole atmosphere is so noisy right now, politically noisy, but we hope that everything will fall, it will fall into place. So take on the, I will be talking, and then when I receive calls, I will stop. But we actually out of time. I'm very very sorry for that. And sorry also the phone was actually off. Yeah, sorry as well. So please let me. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. We are closing, and we're going to ensure that we to bring on this topic next week. Yes, maybe next week we can talk more, and you'll have the time to participate. And one thing I want to leave you with is consistency. Is good to be reliable and consistent in all actions and decisions, so others can trust you. That's part of being a good leader. Yeah, you have to be consistent. if you are not if you are not reliable, you are not consistent in your actions and decisions, others will not trust you. You need to have I'm so sorry, oh my people, you need to have integrity, always add with honesty and integrity. Yes, yes, a leader's character is one of the most valuable assets. So I just jump into it, but this coming week we'll find a time, it's very special time, so we can have enough time to call and tell us what you think about. I know, but serious and sorry, the phone was off, Richard. Yeah, I saw all the calls. All right, so yeah, we're out of time, and we can't take any more calls again. We yes, okay. So let me read the text. I can read text when I take call. Hi, sis Magdalene. Hope all is perfect course. Um, yeah, my wife is a wheelchair patient or wheelchair patient. We both are silent listeners to your program. We need your contact. Thanks, very Saki Moba. Okay, Chief. I send it to you right now. If we got credit in this phone, I send it. But I'm not receiving calls right now. Okay, I'm not receiving calls on the station phone, but you can text me after, and I'm also very active on WhatsApp. So yeah, it has actually been so good, and thanks to the Association of Dream Builders for organizing such wonderful conference. It was so good, and tomorrow is Friday, right? Oh my God, tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to talk more of the marathon. We're going to talk more of the marathon, the Liberia Marathon tomorrow, and probably host some of our guests online. And we are proud to say thanks to ArcelorMittal and other partners. We're going to be telling you our sponsors, our partners, and those, number of people who have registered. And we're going to give you more information. And last time we have 16 countries participating in the Liberia Marathon. But this one, I like this song. Let me say good night. Beyonce run the world. Who runs the world? Girls